Hello everyone and welcome to the Shelly streaming room. Today I'm thrilled to welcome Zendure, one of the fastest growing energy tech startups. Zendure is joining us to introduce their technology and to share with us how they are shaping the future of energy solutions. Today, this session is a short 30 minutes webinar, and soon we will release the full-length webinar with Zendure, where we will dive deeper into the Zendure technologies, products, and solutions. First of all, we wanted to introduce to you the Zendure as an organization and as a startup, and then we will definitely go in details with the next webinar that is coming soon. So other than that, I would like to invite all of you to use the chat to ask all your open questions while Zendure is presenting us their presentation. Other than that, Benjamin and Raymond, if you can hear us, Benjamin is the person who will present to us Zendure. So welcome to the streaming room. I know that you are joining us from far away, but still welcome. The collaboration that we have is absolutely great. So it was definitely great working on this together, team. So Benjamin, welcome. And you can definitely take over from here, and see you in a bit, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Benjamin, and I'm the product director at Zendure. And thank you for joining us today for this exciting webinar, which we are going to show about the future of the residential energy, which is plug and play balcony solution. So I understand many of you are expert in traditional solar storage system, but today we are going to talk something a little bit different, a faster, a simpler, and a massive scalable increasing opportunities that is exploding across Europe today. And now, not only Europe is also entering the US market as well. So I guess this isn't just another product. I would say it's a new business mode, and I will definitely show you the Zendure solution and to explain how to entering this booming market with minimum fraction and maximum profit. So firstly, I would like to just introduce a little bit about our brand, so you can get a basic idea of who we are. We are a global leader in providing reliable, affordable, and accessible clean energy solution for household since our establishment from 2017, and we have expanded our location to the Bay Area, USA, the China, Shenzhen, and the Japan, and also Deutschland, Düsseldorf. Yes, we have an office in Europe. And our vision is to providing the clean energy and to being a clean energy technology platform, which can help people with sustainable and clean energy to sustain their communities and families. All right, so we start, I would say let's just talk about this market first, so we have a basic understanding why the plug and play is really popular and is gradually being liberalized globally and spreading from Germany to Europe and even to some other states. So firstly, let's say, so for many years, the complex regulation made very small scale solar hard to get into the market. So because people think, oh, the electricity is really dangerous. And the government would say, because the high voltage might hurt people, so they are not allowed the plug and play solution get into the household. However, everything is changing. So we'll start in Germany in 2018 November. Just says, okay, so now with the new VDE regulation, people are allowed to just directly plug the microinverter to the wall plug so they can directly use the solar energy. And then let's look at this map. Just from the Germany, now it just gradually spread to other countries in the Europe, such as Netherlands, Austria, and Belgium, and the Spain, the Italy, and also the France. Normally in Europe, most countries have a clear rules for system up to 800 watts, but for some specific countries like France, the government allow actually 3,000 watts at the limit. And the market is not only going into the Europe, only spreading into Europe, but it also, let's say, growing globally. And I guess people are also really interested in North America because that's the biggest consumer market in the world today. And in the United States, there are 2 states which have already passed certain laws in early 2025 to allow the plug-and-play system. The door to the world's largest consumer market is now open, so people are really excited. I guess in conclusion, the massive demand is really coming. House owners in Europe and in North America are looking for simple, affordable solutions, not the traditional one, which I will talk later. Which means the end customer are almost ready there. So therefore, as the installer or distributor, we have to get ready to serve them for sure. So people will always ask, like when people first understanding the balcony energy storage system, they will ask a lot of questions. So why is really competitive compared with the traditional energy storage system? So I will talk about it in different perspective. So think about the traditional system. Usually it's for whole home backup, and the price usually in Europe it's about like 15,000 to 30,000 euro, which including the installation fee, the solar panel fee, the battery, the inverter, and also the CT stuff. The whole system costs about like this price. And the payback period, because of the fee is really high, the price is really high, the payback period yearly take at least 10 to 20 years. However, their warranty is more or less about like 10 years for most of them. Some of them are even like 5 years. I mean, the early stage traditional system. And if you want to install the traditional system, usually it takes like 2 to 4 months to waiting, and you have to apply first. And because it's a big amount of money, you have to make the order, you have to pay the deposit first, and then they buy the system and go to your house to install it. The installation usually takes like about a week. And also because of the big scale of the power output, the government usually asks you to get the permission from the local electricity supplier or some like a government regulation department. However, for our system, I mean the Zendure system or the balcony, let's talk about the balcony energy storage system. The price is tremendous low. I mean, compared with the traditional energy storage system is really, really low. It's only about like 5 to 10% of the original price or even lower. Our system can go up to lower as low as like 499 euro, go up to maybe the larger system costs like 1,000 euro for a single device. And of course you can have more, but for a single device, it's just 499 to 999. And usually the payback period is about like 2 to 3 years. And actually in the future, we are also investigating how to make sure the customer can get their payback period as low as 1 year. So which means a customer buy our device and buy the solar panel, they can get all the money they spend to get returned in 1 to 3 years. And the waiting time, there's no waiting because plug and play is super simple, such as the other like electric other devices you buy. Let's say a fridge, a TV, just plug on the wall. That's it. There's no installation. There's no complicated stuff. And you just buy it, you just plug it, and you just use it. And for sure, installation requirements from the last slides. Most countries in the Europe today, I mean the big market country like the France, the Italian, Spain, and also Netherlands, and the upcoming market as well, the UK, they all allow the plug and play solution today. So which means you don't have to tell the government you are installing this one, just do it. So now I also want to talk about our platform, because today we are thinking just selling a hardware device is not something good because everything is getting into this internet. IoT, Internet of Things, is spreading to everywhere. So if your device is only just a single device, which means it's not smart enough, which means it's just really independent, which is not good because you can only control the device but nothing else. So we think, okay, let's just making our system, making our platform more open to everywhere, and making our system, our platform more intelligent. So from top layer, we have our Zendure app, we have our console app, we have our installer app, and we have our web console, which means for end customer, we have their app, and for the business customer, we have the installer app, and we can let them use their web console to monitor everything they've been installed to face the problem at like immediately once there's something happened, or they can help the customer to set up the energy management system so they can better use their energy. And also the bottom layer, when they get into the cloud layer, they have a home energy management system. We call it HAMS. So it's based on the cloud. The cloud will do all the math and all the algorithm to do the maximum optimization. And since it's really interesting to use the AI power is everywhere today. And we are thinking, okay, let's just move AI into our hands as well. Just don't spend too much time on adjusting the system. Let the AI help you to maximize your profit. So we also introduced our Eco Wizard, or we call it Zendure의 AI EMS. Our Zendure의 AI robot will help you to optimize your system without you worry, just with no worries at all. And at the cloud layer as well, we are thinking, okay, maybe we have to open our system, open our platform to more top class like brands such as Shelly for sure. And thanks for them to invite us today. Yes, we also integrate Shelly products into our cloud. So which means when you use the Shelly's CT, or when you use a Shelly plug, you can directly integrate the Shelly CT or plug into our system. So our inverter and the battery will just link to the CT and the plug to respond the energy requirements. Of course, for sure, like in the future, we are going to open more smart loads and also the EV charger stuff and heat pump. And even today, we are controlling the heat pump through the SG-ready protocol by using Shelly's Wi-Fi breaker. And also we are integrated into Tesla and some like electricity tariff stuff, such as Nord Pool and flood peak, those stuff as well. So I would say this platform will turn you from an installer into an energy service with minimum extra effort. So the platform will include the smart, intelligent stuff. Not only we are selling the device, we are thinking making a longer service rather than just one-time purchase. So you may just curious like how the Zendure device enhanced by Shelly to power your home. As I just mentioned, so if you install the Shelly Smart City at your home panel, like you will measure the consumption of your home, and once it being measured, it will just automatically upload to the cloud. The cloud will then giving the information to the inverter and the battery, and the inverter battery will say, okay, let's say I'm measuring 500 watts, and the inverter will just output 500 watts to make sure you are consuming your own energy in the battery. So we are trying to maximize the self-consumption. And our inverter and the battery will do the adjustment of the power in the presence of only 1 watt. So let's say you want 567, we can get exactly 567. And all the power adjustment will be less than 3 seconds to make sure there's no fade in to the electricity grid to help you to follow the law regulation. And here we can see into the Zendure app, we have our own device, and we also have the Shelly device here showing here. The Shelly device showing here will giving all the information the inverter need and all the information Shelly probe can have, and you can read it and you can link it to the inverter. With that, you can fully achieve the self-consumption. So basically, I'm just giving a basic idea about like how the Shelly product and integrate into the Zendure platform and how we cooperate together. And in the future, with our cooperation is getting deeper and deeper, Zendure and Shelly will actually develop new product together, and the Shelly will directly build in the Zendure system, so which is more convenient and more open to Shelly. Yes. I'm just giving a basic idea today, so because it's a really short seminar and not too much information here. And if you have some question, please feel free to ask me.
Benjamin, thank you very much for sharing with us all this information. It was short but very informative, honestly. Thank you very much. And I can see that in the chat there is ongoing communication between, I can see, installers and different users. So the very first question that I recognized in the chat actually is, let me just open it very quickly. Give me a second. When will the product be available across whole EU? Info from your Germany, just a second. Info from your Germany team is still not available. Is still not available? Is the very first question.
Okay, hold on. We are also looking at the question as well. When will the product be available across the whole Europe? Okay. Info from your Germany team is that it's still not available. Okay. Oh, actually, in Germany, I'm pretty sure they are allowed for the plug and play, because the regulation exactly shows, okay, as long as the device, you are not using it more than 800 watts, you can directly plug and play with no problem. Once it's over 800 watts, what you can do is you can still use it like that, but you have to apply from to some certain government department to get permission. Yeah. And because of the safety issue, most of the government will recommend you to install the product once the power rating is over 800 watts. Yes. And also, yeah, and I realized some Vincent is asking about like in France it's only 800 watts allowed, not 3000 watts. Here's the thing. So in France they are not giving the specific power rating. They are just saying as long as it's not over 3000 watts, you don't have to apply anything. So it's a little bit tricky part, because they are not saying 800 watts is a limit. So a lot of customers actually directly buy our device for 2400 watts and directly plug into their wall plug. But with that situation, they strongly recommend you to check the electricity stuff to make sure that line is clear, because if you are directly plugged into the wall and there are also some other devices consuming the power, there might be a little bit dangerous. So of course, yes, the law is not saying 800 watts, it's actually saying 3000 watts, but we are definitely recommend you to use 800 watts. And once you are over it, please ask a professional guy to check it. And
Okay.
some other question. I mean, there's a lot of question.
Yeah. We prepared some of the questions. If you want, I can ask you the next one that I have here prepared. Is Zendure Hub 2000 still supported? I can only see the alpha version is one of the questions here that I can see.
Oh, the Hub 2000s is actually our very old, actually our first generation stuff. So far it's not we are now gradually changing to our ham system, but for the old stuff, there will be an update, but I cannot 100% sure like when will be released. Yeah, we will talk internally for sure. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. The next question that I will ask here is also official integration. It's not a question, but it's a suggestion. Also, official integration with Home Assistant would be more than beneficial. Is saying one of our users. Any comments on that?
Actually, the Home Assistant, we already, I think on July 31st, on the GitHub, we released the API. So for the customer to direct DIY their system to get into the Home Assistant. So it's already there. Yeah, you can just check our website. I think there should be there should be an announcement like we are releasing it on July 31st.
Okay, perfect. The next one, it's a long one. Wait a second now. Customers PV setup, Hyper 2000 and AB 2000X and Shelly Pro 3M. I've got remote access to Zendure and Shelly app. I don't see the remote Shelly Pro 3M in my own Zendure app. I also don't see how much current we take from the grid when batteries are emptied. Is there an integration between Shelly monitoring device into Zendure app, please? Is the question.
The Shelly Pro 3EM should be, it's exactly the device I've shown in our in the picture I'm sharing before. So it should be there shouldn't be any problem for integrating our own app. And if that's really happened, my recommendation is to reset up the HAMS system again and to see if there's anything wrong. If there's actually again anything wrong, you can contact our after sales department, and I think they will happily help you to fix that problem. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, maybe you can add some details for support department here in the chat. That might be very helpful. Okay, the next question, Benjamin. How works the integration between Shelly and Zendure without cloud? Is the next one.
Yes. So we are thinking a lot of customers don't want to actually use the internet to do the information transmission, and we are thinking that problem. So we are now having the local communication solution, which is you don't have to have the internet as long as you have your router and you have the local NIC. That's good enough. So the data will be transferred within the local NIC. However, only the new models support that stuff from SolarFlow 800 Pro, I guess. All the devices after that will support this kind of functions. Because before that, the Wi-Fi module we're using is not exactly the newest version. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And the last question that I have here prepared is, what's the future of Zendure and Shelly partnership now Zendure released its own monitoring device, Smart Meter 3CT? Is the
yes. So yeah, actually, the thing is like all our competitors have their own monitoring devices, so we have to have our monitoring devices. Otherwise, it's like why people can have it, you don't have it. That's a lot of customer ask us this kind of question. But for Shelly and Zendure, we haven't been cooperated for a long time. Actually, Shelly's CEO and our CEO meet a lot. I know that because we've been talking a lot. And in the future, actually, we are going to develop a new product together. So which Shelly module will directly integrated in Zendure device. So maybe in the future, you will see the Shelly app can directly control the Zendure device, and the Zendure device can directly control Shelly device. The Zendure app can directly control the Shelly device. So it's a mutual stuff. And trust me, I know there's a couple balcony solar solution brand, but Zendure will definitely be the most close to Shelly one. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. The next question, the last question that I have here in the chat is, any plans to support Shelly Gentry in Zendure?
Oh, the Shelly Gentry, no, please. Yeah. This one, I have to double check our plan and schedule. Because I don't have it here right now with on my hands, but I will definitely check it. And later on, maybe we will see. To be honest, I would just tell something like it. We've been talking recently. So in the future, we are thinking to get integrated into more Shelly products than ever we have, because we are thinking, for sure, doing monitoring stuff is not Zendure's. It's not the best thing we can do here. We are not really good at it, but Shelly is an expert in this area. So we are thinking we are not having any profit on this kind of product, right? We just don't rely on Shelly. So we can have a more better cooperation in the future. Yeah, for sure, we will definitely think about it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Perfect. Thank you very much. The last question that we will answer, and actually it's the last question. Which hub model replaces Hub 2000, Benjamin, and still be compatible with AB 2000 batteries?
Okay, so actually Hub 2000 is, as I mentioned before, is our first generation products. So the balcony solar solution, market is growing super fast than what we saw before. So our product is from generation 1 to generation 2 to generation 3. Now it's even about generation 4. It's like an electric vehicle today. It's just growing every year. So I would say the Hub 2000 is a little bit out of date, but it's still, we are giving 10-year warranty, so you can still use it. And another thing is you have the AB 2000 battery. The AB 2000 battery will be compatible to every of our device except the SolarFlow 2400 AC. So if you want to use the AB 2000 and you also want to buy our new product, those two can be together used. Yeah.
Great. Okay. That was the last question. Benjamin, I just would like to once again thank you for the presentation. Thank you for accepting the great collaboration. Everyone here, I just would like to let you know that we are preparing this webinar for some time together with Raymond. You can see on the picture, and Benjamin. And definitely it was great working with you and looking forward for the next webinar. Thank you very much. We will release the recording from this webinar by the end of this week. We will definitely announce this recording in our Shelly community in Facebook, and also everyone registered to the actual webinar will receive the recording via email. You just wait for the notification, and from there on you can download and watch the recording from the actual beginning, because I've recognized some of the participants joined with some little delay, but yeah. Other than that, once again, thank you very much. Have a great afternoon there, Raymond, Benjamin, and have a great day, everyone here in Europe. Thank you.